In our previous video, we discussed regarding necessary and sufficient condition for the function to be analytic. Today we will discuss some examples based on that concept. Verify Cauchy-Riemann equations for the followings. First function is cos z. We know that complex variable z can be expressed in the form x plus iy. In a given function, we have to replace z by x plus iy. Therefore, f of z is equal to cos x plus iy. And since cos x plus y equal to cos x into cos y minus sin x into sin y, we have to apply this formula. And also we have studied f of z can be expressed in the form u plus iv equal to u of xy plus I times v of xy. Therefore, f of z is equal to u plus iv, which is equal to, I have to apply this formula for the cos of x plus iy, equal to cos x into cos of iy minus sin x into sin of iy. But cos of iy equal to cos hyperbolic y, sin of iy equal to I times sin hyperbolic y. Why this is? Because cos z can be expressed in the form e to the power iz plus e to the power minus iz divided by 2, and cos hyperbolic z can be expressed in the form e to the power z plus e to the power minus z divided by 2. To calculate the value of cos iz, we have to consider cos iz equal to, we know the value of cos z, we have to calculate the value of cos iz. Therefore, we have to consider cos iz in the form e to the power I of iz plus e to the power minus I, value is here iz divided by 2. We know that I into I is I square value is minus 1, therefore it is e to the power minus z plus I into I square, value is minus 1 into minus 1 which is plus, therefore it is e to the power z divided by 2. And cos hyperbolic z value is e to the power z plus e to the power minus z divided by 2, which is equal to cos hyperbolic z. We also know that sin z can be expressed in the form e to the power iz minus e to the power minus iz divided by 2i, and sin hyperbolic z, which is equal to e to the power z minus e to the power minus z divided by 2. We have to calculate the value of sin of iz. Therefore, consider sin of iz in the form e to the power I of iz minus e to the power minus I, as it is. Z value is here iz divided by 2i. Here I into I is I square, again I square value is minus 1, therefore it is e to the power minus z minus again I into I is I square, value is minus 1 into minus 1 which is plus 1, therefore e to the power of z divided by 2i. And also we have studied 1 by I value is minus I. Here 1 by I is there, I am replacing by minus I. Remaining terms are e to the power minus z minus e to the power z divided by 2. Multiply minus sign inside the bracket, which is equal to I times e to the power z minus e to the power minus z divided by 2, which is the value of sin hyperbolic z. Therefore, sin of iz is equal to I into sin of hyperbolic z. Now replace f of z by u plus iv and apply this formula for cos of x plus iy, which is equal to cos x into cos iy minus sin x into sin iy. And since cos iy equal to cos hyperbolic y, sin iy is equal to I times sin hyperbolic y, therefore u plus iv is equal to cos x. Cos iy can be expressed in the form cos hyperbolic y minus sin x, as it is sin of iy, which is equal to I times sin hyperbolic y, therefore it is minus I into sin x into sin hyperbolic y. Now we have to separate the real and imaginary parts. Here the real part is u is equal to cos x into cos hyperbolic y, and imaginary part is minus sin x into sin hyperbolic y. We have to differentiate u with respect to x as well as y. partial differentiation of u with respect to x, which is equal to dou u by dou x, which is denoted as ux. We have to differentiate u with respect to x partially. Here differentiation of cos is minus sin x, and this term is treated as the constant. Keep it as it is, cos hyperbolic y. Differentiation of u with respect to y partially is denoted as dou u by dou y, which is equal to uy. Here cos x is treated as the constant. Keep it as it is. Differentiation of cos hyperbolic y is sin hyperbolic y. Now we have to differentiate v with respect to x as well as y partially. Partial differentiation of v with respect to x is denoted as dou v by dou x, which is equal to vx. We have to differentiate x term, that is minus sin x is there. Differentiation of sin is cos minus, keep it as it is, into sin hyperbolic y is treated as the constant. Keep it as it is. Differentiation of v with respect to y partially is denoted as dou v by dou y, which is equal to vy. Here minus sin x is treated as a constant. Keep it as it is. Differentiation of sin hyperbolic y is cos hyperbolic y. Now we have to verify the Cauchy-Riemann equations. We know that Cauchy-Riemann equations are ux equal to vy and uy is equal to minus of vx. Here ux equal to vy, which is equal to minus sin x into cos hyperbolic y, and uy is equal to minus of vx. Therefore Cauchy-Riemann equations are satisfied. Second problem, f of z is equal to minus sin z. We have to express z in the form of x plus iy. Therefore f of z is equal to minus sin of x plus iy. We know that sin of x plus y equal to sin x into cos y plus cos x into sin y. We have to apply this formula for sin of x plus iy. Now replace f of z by u plus iv, which is equal to minus sin. Keep it outside of the bracket. Sin x into cos iy plus cos x into cos iy. But cos of iy is equal to cos hyperbolic y, and sin of iy is equal to I times sin hyperbolic y. Therefore u plus iv is equal to minus sin x as it is. Cos iy is equal to cos hyperbolic y plus cos x as it is. Sin iy is equal to I times sin hyperbolic y. Therefore multiply minus sign inside the bracket. Therefore here real part is minus sin x into cos hyperbolic y, and imaginary part is minus cos x into sin hyperbolic y. Now we have to differentiate u and v partially with respect to x and y. Partial differentiation of u with respect to x is ux, which is equal to minus sin as it is. Differentiation of sin is cos x. Cos hyperbolic y is treated as constant. Keep it as it is. Differentiation of u with respect to y partially is denoted as uy, which is equal to, here the x term is treated as constant, minus sin x as it is. Differentiation of cos hyperbolic y is sin hyperbolic y. Partial differentiation of v with respect to x is denoted as vx, which is equal to, here minus cos x is there, but differentiation of cos is minus sin, minus into minus it is plus sin x, and here sin hyperbolic y is treated as constant. Differentiation of v with respect to y partially is denoted as vy, which is equal to, here the x terms are treated as constant, minus cos x. Keep it as it is. Differentiation of sin hyperbolic y is cos hyperbolic y. And now we know that the Cauchy-Riemann equations are ux equal to vy and uy is equal to minus of vx. Here ux value is minus cos x into cos hyperbolic y, which is the same as vy value, and here uy value is minus sin x into sin hyperbolic y, which is same as minus of vx. Therefore here Cauchy-Riemann equations are satisfied. Third problem, if f of z is equal to mod of z square, then we have to show that f of z is not analytic. Consider f of z as mod of z square. We know that z can be expressed in the form x plus iy, and we also studied that magnitude of z, which is equal to under the square root square of the real part plus square of the imaginary part, that is square root of x square plus y square. Transfer this square root to the left hand side. Therefore, mod of z square, which is equal to x square plus y square. Again, we know that mod of z square is f of z. Therefore, f of z is equal to x square plus y square. Here, u value is x square plus I square. This term is independent of the imaginary part. Therefore, we have to take the imaginary part as 0. Now differentiate u partially with respect to x and y. That is, ux equal to differentiation of x square is 2 times of x. Here the y square is treated as constant. Differentiation of constant term is 0. And differentiation of u partially with respect to y is denoted as uy. Here the differentiation of y square is 2 times of y. X terms are treated as constant. Differentiation of constant terms is 0. Here v value is 0. Therefore, the differentiation of v with respect to x and y partially, its value is also 0. Here we know that Cauchy-Riemann equations are ux equal to vy and uy is equal to minus of vx. Here ux value is 2 times of x, which is not equal to vy. Therefore, ux is not equal to vy, and uy value is 2 times of y, which is not equal to minus of vx. Therefore, ui is not equal to minus of vx. Here Cauchy-Riemann equations are not satisfied. And by the sufficient condition for the function to be analytic, we know that if Cauchy-Riemann equations are satisfied, then only the function is analytic. Here Cauchy-Riemann equations are not satisfied. Therefore, the given function is not analytic. Fourth problem. Prove that analytic function with constant real part is constant. Let us take f of z as u plus iv be an analytic function. We know that Cauchy-Riemann equations are ux equal to vy and ui is equal to minus of vx. Here they have given the real part is constant. Therefore, I am taking u is equal to c, where c is the constant. And the differentiation of constant term partially with respect to x and y is 0. Therefore, ux equal to 0 and uy is equal to 0. But by Cauchy-Riemann equations, we know that ux equal to vy. Here ux value is 0 and ui is equal to minus of vx. Here ui value is 0. Therefore, integrating above equations, we know the value of u. Now we have to calculate the value of v. Integration of vy with respect to y is 0 plus constant, which is equal to constant, and that constant I am taking it as k, where k is the constant. And we know that f of z can be expressed in the form u plus iv. We know the value of u, that is c plus I, and we got the value of v as k, therefore which is equal to c plus ik. Here both u and v are independent of the x and y terms. U and v does not contain any x and y terms, therefore they are treated as the constants, and the sum of the two constant terms is again a constant. Therefore, f of z is constant. Fifth problem. Prove that analytic function with a constant imaginary part is constant. Let f of z is equal to u plus iv be an analytic function. We know that Cauchy-Riemann equations are ux equal to vy and ui is equal to minus of vx. Here they have given imaginary part is constant. Therefore, I am taking v is equal to c, where c is a constant. We have to differentiate v partially with respect to x and y, and we know that differentiation of constant terms is 0. Therefore, vx equal to 0 and vy is equal to 0. By the equation number 1, we know that ux equal to vy, but vy value is 0 and ui is equal to minus of vx. Vx is 0. Integrating above equations, we have to calculate. We know the value of v. Now we have to calculate the value of u. That's why we have to integrate these equations. Integration of ux equal to 0. We got u is equal to 0 plus constant, and that constant I am taking it as k. Therefore, u is equal to k, where k is the constant. And f of z can be expressed in the form u plus iv. Here u value is k plus I. Here v value is c. Therefore, it is equal to k plus ic. Here also u and v are independent of the terms x and y. Therefore, u and v are treated as constant. Sum of the two constant term is again a constant. Therefore, f of z is constant.